They thought you would break. They thought you would beg. They thought betrayal would make you smaller, quieter, weaker, but this is what they didn't expect. They didn't expect your silence to become strength. They didn't expect your absence to feel heavy. They didn't expect that losing you would slowly expose everything they took for granted. When someone betrays you, they usually calculate the immediate outcome. They expect tears. They expect confrontation. They expect you to chase closure. What they don't calculate is who you become after the pain, because betrayal doesn't just hurt, it transforms. While they were busy justifying their actions, telling themselves you'd always be there, assuming you'd forgive one more time, something inside you was shifting, not loudly, not dramatically, but permanently. They expected you to stay the same. They didn't expect growth. They didn't expect dignity. They didn't expect you to choose yourself. And the hardest lesson for someone who betrays you is realizing too late that the version of you they thought they could return to no longer exists. In this video, we're going to talk about what really happens after betrayal, not to the one who was hurt, but to the one who underestimated you. If you've ever been betrayed and felt broken, stay until the end, because what happens next is something they never saw coming. 1. What betrayal really does to you. When they betrayed you, it didn't just hurt your heart, it shook your reality, because betrayal isn't only about what they did. It's about what you believed. You believed their words. You believed their promises. You believed in the version of them they showed you. And when that image cracks, it feels like the ground beneath you shifts. You replay conversations in your head. You question your intuition. You wonder how you didn't see it sooner. But here's what they didn't expect. They didn't expect the pain would wake you up. At first, you cried. You felt foolish for trusting. You felt embarrassed for loving so openly. You felt small for not walking away sooner. But slowly, something changed. Instead of breaking you, the betrayal forced you to see clearly. You began recognizing patterns you once ignored. You began valuing boundaries you once avoided. You began choosing peace over proving your worth. They thought betrayal would leave you stuck. They didn't expect it would make you stronger, because betrayal has two outcomes. It makes you bitter or it makes you wiser. And while they assumed you'd remain emotionally available, waiting, hoping, forgiving again, you were quietly evolving. The most powerful part, the version of you that rises after betrayal, is not desperate, it is aware. 2. What they never saw coming. When they betrayed you, they were thinking short-term pleasure, short-term validation, short-term ego. They assumed you would react the way you always did. They thought you'd confront them, cry, demand explanations, maybe even forgive again, because that's who you used to be, patient, understanding, willing to work through anything. But what they didn't realize was this: every betrayal has a limit. And when that limit is reached, something switches. You stop arguing. You stop trying to convince someone to value you. You stop asking for the bare minimum. And that silence, that calm detachment, is what they didn't expect. They expected chaos. They didn't expect composure. They expected you to fight for them. They didn't expect you to finally choose yourself. At first, they may even feel relieved. Relieved there's no drama. Relieved you're not making things difficult. But relief turns into confusion because your absence feels different. You're no longer checking in, no longer emotionally available, no longer reacting. And when someone loses access to the heart they once took for granted, curiosity turns into discomfort. 3. The moment it finally hits them. At first, they think your silence is temporary. She just needs space. He'll calm down. They always come back, because you always did. You tried to fix what they broke. You gave one more chance. You loved louder than their mistakes. But this time feels different. Days pass, then weeks. Your energy doesn't return. Your name disappears from their notifications. Your voice no longer fills their quiet nights. And that's when it starts. Not dramatic regret, not instant guilt, but a slow, uncomfortable awareness. They begin to notice the absence of how you loved. No one checks in the way you did. No one listens the way you did. No one believes in them the way you did. The replacement feels exciting, but shallow. The conversations feel lighter, but emptier. And suddenly, what they once thought was normal about you starts to look rare. They replay your patience, your forgiveness, your loyalty. The moments you stayed when leaving would have been easier, and the most painful realization: you weren't weak. You were choosing them, and now that choice is gone. 4. When regret stops being quiet. There comes a night when distractions don't work anymore. The phone is silent. The room is still. And for the first time, there's nothing loud enough to drown out the truth. That's when regret stops whispering and starts speaking clearly. They begin to understand. You weren't too emotional. You weren't too sensitive. You weren't asking for too much. You were asking for consistency. And consistency feels heavy to someone who lives in temporary moments. They start noticing patterns in themselves, how they chase excitement, avoid accountability, confuse attention with connection. Slowly, your absence becomes a mirror. Without you there to reassure them, soften consequences, or stay despite the hurt, they are left alone with their own behavior, and that is what truly unsettles them. It's not just missing you, it's realizing they lost someone who genuinely wanted to build something real. Safety is rare, and dignity forces people to confront what they ruined. 5. The unexpected outcome they never imagined. Here's what they truly didn't expect. They didn't expect you to glow after heartbreak. They thought betrayal would leave you damaged. They didn't imagine it would make you stronger, more selective, more self-aware. While they were explaining their actions to themselves, you were rebuilding quietly. You poured the love you once gave them back into yourself. You set boundaries without guilt. You stopped over-explaining your feelings. You stopped shrinking just to be easier to keep. And something beautiful happened. You began attracting healthier energy, not because you chased it, but because you stopped tolerating less. That's the twist betrayal never sees coming. They thought losing you would be temporary. They didn't expect you to outgrow the version of yourself that accepted inconsistency. One day, when they see you from a distance, calm, grounded, no longer emotionally available to their chaos, they understand. They didn't just lose access to your love. They lost the version of you that would have stayed through anything, and that version does not return because growth does not reverse. If you were betrayed, remember this. You were never too much. You were loving someone who wasn't ready to value depth. Your pain was not wasted. It refined you. Sometimes the greatest revenge isn't proving them wrong. It's becoming unbothered. And nothing unsettles someone more than realizing the person they hurt became stronger without them. If this resonates with you, comment, "I chose myself," and share this with someone who needs to hear it. If this spoke to your heart, let it be your reminder. You didn't lose them. You found yourself. Comment, "I chose myself," if you're no longer accepting inconsistent love. Like this video if you believe healing is stronger than heartbreak. Subscribe for more truths about self-worth, emotional healing, and protecting your peace. And share this with someone who needs to remember their strength today. Because sometimes the greatest comeback is becoming someone they can no longer reach. Today, you finally listened. If you're ready to choose peace, comment, "I choose myself." Like this video if you're done questioning your sensitivity. Subscribe if you want reminders that love should feel safe, steady, and whole, not something you recover from. You're not late, you're right on time.